Okay, I have to say it because it's so strange. It's so... I cannot believe this. Yesterday, when I was preparing for this video, I decided to read the script. And after I read the script, I feel so encouraged. All those words that I wrote down by myself was so encouraging. I decided to read it out loud to you guys. And before I decided to read it out loud, I thought I shouldn't just staring at a phone, right? It's just so weird that you want to record yourself, but actually you just stare at a phone, talking to the phone, and actually read it out loud from your phone. So I decided to recite it and read it out loud to you guys. And I just feel so astonishing that I couldn't remember anything. Every time I hold my head up and try to say something directly from that script, I was completely blank. My head is completely blank. I couldn't remember anything. Even though those words are so delicate, all those words are so encouraging, I still cannot remember any of it. I can remember bit by bit. I can remember certain words, certain phrases, certain sentences even, but I cannot connect them all together. So I decided to try very hard to remember the script in order to give this 100% perfect speech to you guys. And the reason is I felt so discouraged when every time I speak in English. I thought my English is not good enough for other people to listen. I thought my English is really rushed. I thought my voice is not really good. And I thought my facial expression is really like concerned, very nervous. I don't know how to engage with other audience. I don't know how to talk to the audience. I don't know how to really connect to you guys. So I thought if I can actually put everything under control, everything will be fun, everything will be perfect. So I will be so relaxed. I will be so relaxed that I can actually say what I want to say. I could get everything out of my head. I could just deliver all those beautiful speeches whenever I want. So I hold this script on my hand, and the script is in my phone. It's on my phone. So I looked at it. Every time I look at one sentence, I try to script it. I try to recite it. And after I recite it, after I get it all down in my heart, I will hold on my head and say it out loud. And every time I try to say it out loud, I got so weird feeling about this thing. I couldn't actually say it properly. I couldn't actually get the tone right. I couldn't actually say the things I want to say. You know, all those things I write down, I really love it. I really feel good about it. I want to say it to you guys. But the thing is, I cannot say it. I cannot use my words to describe. And now I realized if I want to do something, I could just go ahead and do it. If I want to buy a flower, just go out of my room and go out of my apartment, actually head a tour to a flower store and get a flower. If I want to do something, for example, I want to practice my English, I just turn on my camera and record a speech by myself. If I want to communicate with other people, I would just, go to a club, that sort of thing. But this preparing thing really exhausts me. I wrote down my speech script yesterday. It was very, very late and I was very excited when I finished it. And I was so proud when I was reading it. It was like this fundamental feeling towards my script that I would definitely be able to read it to you guys in the morning. And that's definitely not happened. I couldn't raise anything. And now I realized to actually say things in front of camera is different than reading things in front of camera. Say or speak out loud is one ability that you really want to acquire when you decided to learn English. But actually to read something, but actually sit there and reading the text out of a paper is completely different ability. It's not actually practicing English anymore. It's just something that you want to do in terms of making your sound, making your voice sounds better. Make your voice feel professional. But when you want to communicate with people like I'm doing right now, if I try to read out from a script, everything is gone. The vibe is not there, the atmosphere is not right, and I couldn't even say any words right. I couldn't actually I couldn't actually say anything that I want to say, because all those things that I want to say already been written down. So it's in the back of my head telling me that you should say this, you should say this, that this is not right, this is not right, and the grammar is not right, the grammar is completely mess, and the script is staring at me behind my back. It gives me chilling feeling that every time I open my mouth, that it would just shout at me, really want to correct me, really just saying that, well, you need to correct your grammar, you need to say it in a certain way to make people feel like you're genuine. And I feel like, well, why is that? Why is the preparation so devastatingly disastrous? Why my preparation feels so weird that I couldn't even get closer to it? I should be proud of myself. You know, when you write a script, you feel like, well, it's really like a low movie making. You make a low movie, you are the protagonist, and you are acting, and you're totally control of what sort of process that you need to have in terms of making this low movie. And right now, all those scripts are all get together, trying to create this obstacle, trying to create this difficult situation for me to get in and fit in, and telling me that I don't need to, I don't know what to say now, because the words are no longer in my head. The words are on the paper. They are so afraid from me. So even though I know in what I'm saying, I'm so conscious that I'm saying this, I'm so conscious about what I'm saying, I still don't feel so relaxed. I still don't get that feeling that I'm completely comfortable to say what I say. I usually feel so comfortable in front of the camera. I could talk about a lot of things. I could actually get into the mode. I could actually get into the atmosphere, get into the vibe, and actually, you know, feels like I'm on a wave, and the wave is swept back and forth, carry me, and I can actually express my feelings freely. And with this script, I feel like I was being controlled. I was being underrated, and I couldn't say things free, even though I already get rid of it. My phone is in the living room. I'm not staring at anything except the camera. There's no words around me. And I could actually produce everything I want to say from my head. But after writing that script, I just feel like my thoughts are all gone. I have nothing left in my head. I have nothing left to say it properly. I have nothing left to say properly. And that's my lessons today. If you want to do something, just go ahead, do it. If you want to encourage yourself to have a good speech, just, you know, lay all the bullet points in your head and try to say it out loud. If you prepare so much, if you try to write down word by word, that's going to destroy you, because you cannot use it as a English practice. You can use all the script because you're an actor, but most of us, acting is just a skill. Acting needs years of training. We just want to stay in front of our camera and to talk to people, not just act, not just pretend to be someone else. And to write down a script is powerful, energetic, engaging, exciting, but it's not really useful when I want to talk to you guys. If I want to, create a little movie, I will use a script. So in that way, I can actually do a voiceover behind the camera. I don't have to stare at the camera. I don't have to care about what sort of things I say, how I actually make you feel. But with the script, I always feel like there's something staring at me. There's something there telling me all the time that I need to get things right. And right here, I don't want to get things right. My aim is to practice my English here. My aim is to, have a conversation with you guys. My aim is to have all those beautiful dialogue between you and me, not just to read the script, not just become this horrible, devastated, numb soul that can only produce words within her own writing. I'm willing to be able to say it. By the time I'm willing to say it, I'm willing to just feel it when I'm trying to create it in my own head. But I was still, okay, that's today's talk.